I would leave the convention. I was like, I can't get to a computer fast enough. I can't wait to implement the new idea here. So it's been a growth for me.
I just want to implore upon the young coaches to get involved in American football. Coaches Association, I've been a member since 1982.
It's part of the profession. Like if you're a head coach, in my opinion, you should be at the AFCA convention.
I think for young coaches in particular, getting involved in the AFCA is something that it's not just going to the convention, hanging out with your buddies and seeing it. They've got to really get involved to nuts and bolts of what we do.
But I also think a lot has changed about coaching college football.
You know, the first thing I would say is just relational, you know, to be around some of the greatest coaches in college football and their influence and how the game is influenced through the American Football Coaches Association is really amazing.
I've made so many relationships just being there, shaking hands and talking to people and doing things later in the year, you know, visiting them at their school. They visited me where I am.
I think as I went along and the longer I was in it, the more I wanted to be involved, the more I wanted to give back.
Well, I've always felt like the AFCA was a great organization, keeping coaches tied to each other, tied to the game.
To me, the AFCA is always looking out for the best of the game, the best for the coaches, the best for the players.
The access now of the information compared to the old days is incredible.
I think it's the greatest conference for professional development that there is in the world.
I met a number of coaches and just to be in the presence of the thousands of coaches that were there.
You know, if you sit in those boardrooms or if you go to those committees, you don't have a choice but to grow.
Some of the great coaches lecture and talk, and just being around them and seeing how they handle themselves with other people and with other coaches.
Well, I think it still serves as the greatest place to meet other coaches. And when you talk about a career, then you're talking about networking, which is a critical part of coaching.
What AFCA is ultimately created is a community. It's a community of coaches, a community of supporters that all love the game, that aspire to inspire to make this game as phenomenal and impactful as possible.